Hello everyone. Today we have Architect Marco Corti, is a respected architect with a background in product and interior design from Milan. Is he today with us? How are you, sir?
Nice to meet you. I'm fine here in Switzerland, but I'm from Milan.
So, sir, well, today we are here to have a brief discussion with you about your career and how you have forayed into architecture and your experience.
Yeah.
So, I will start right away. Now, since you graduated in architecture and moved into marketing of furniture brands, where you have excelled working with esteemed brands like Capellini Spa and B&B Italia. So my first question would be, sir, how was your experience and learnings in these brands and also in the field of marketing?
Well, yes, I graduated from Milano in Politecnico, and since the beginning we had a chance to choose some different, opportunity. And I decided to go for the interior design, office. So I started to work for companies as a draftsman, and after I became manager of these companies in Techno, Capellini, and B&B. So my career at the beginning was in the furniture business, furniture company. Marketing manager is in the furniture is quite different kind of manager. Is marketing, it means how to show in the right way the company, mainly dedicated to the shops, to the advertising, and to the fair stand. So my business was dedicated at this kind of things, this kind of matters.
You have spent well around 13 years in this line of work, and then you have started with Kemistry of Style, which is dealing with architecture and interiors. So was it a conscious decision from your end, or was it a decision that just happened?
Well, since the beginning, when I started to work, my decision was to have my own company in the future. So this 13 years was just to learn how to become an entrepreneur of interior design, architectural, and product design office. So it was a time to learn and after to do my things. And the right time was after some experience in the furniture business with furniture companies, and I established my company, Kemistry of Style, dedicated to interior design, product design, and small architectures. For small architectures, I mean villas or houses. So is a natural, is a natural road to get in some way what you would like to have. So your own office, your own strategy, your own concept of architecture and interior.
So as you mentioned, Marco, that you have used the 13 years of your job life, I would rather say, to learn, and then you have moved ahead on your own company and practicing on your own. So architecture is a line where the designs or there is a continuous learning. So how do you keep ahead with time with your profession?
Oh, well, how do I keep in line? Working, doing things, looking around, be always try to learn things, try to be curiosity, these things, and curiosity overall about things that you like, because the beauty is not coming from yourself, but coming also from other sources. Could be another architect, or could be an engineer, or could be something totally different that make you think about how to manage something that you see very beautiful, how to manage in your style. I always try to keep a sentence of Quentin Tarantino that is a great interesting man, because he's always saying it's very important, don't copy but steal. you must steal for everything and steal from everybody something that is interesting for you. So stealing is the point. Copy is not the point. We have to steal to upgrade our level. It's always the things that I say to my people. Steal, steal, steal. Don't copy, but steal. That's make me, I hope, up to date. That's my style.
That's like a really innovative idea, I would say.
I don't know. I think it's a correct idea because in the world everything is already done, and the only thing we have to do is to make it better.
Make it better and present it in a different way, maybe.
Yeah, and steal from other things also, not only from your environment. Yeah.
So thank you very much for that insightful idea of where everything is already there and you're trying to present it in a different way. So in that same line, I want to understand, you have been working extensively not only in Milan but in Asian countries, in US and other European countries as well. So how does it help you to work cross-culture, and also how do you incorporate the social and the cultural aspect in the respective design of the region?
Well, since the beginning of my, not really the beginning, but almost the beginning of my adventure in the professional work, I start to travel a lot for the companies. I travel all over the world, in Asia, South America. So since the beginning, I try to understand the different culture. Nowadays, I have to say there are not so many differences. It's very globalized, the taste, and of course, there are some differences from Chinese and European, or from American and European. So working in these places, you try to give to them your background, your culture, mixed with some of them background. Like, for example, in China, there is this matter of feng shui or some superstitious things, but in reality are just some small details that could change something in your project. Generally, don't change so much. But of course, you have to find some compromises. And you have to find compromises that don't kill the beauty. Because the most important thing in what you do is to try to reach a certain beauty in your interior, in your architecture, in your environment. And beauty is very important, is not objective. Beauty is subjective and is coming from high cultural level. When they say, oh, but beauty is objective, is a bullshit. No, not true. Absolutely not true. Beauty is not subjective, beauty is not subjective, but is objective. It means something that is coming from a high cultural level. That make, for example, a Caravaggio painting as beautiful, like, I don't know, Chandigarh in India from Le Corbusier. Beauty is objective and is coming from historical history of humanity. So if you don't study history, you never get a level of knowledge of beauty. That's very, very important.
Since beauty is so important for design, so according to you, what is more important, the aesthetics of design or functionality?
Well, they should match a bit together. Now, we can say there is always this, in the past, always this gap, functionality and beauty, aesthetic and functionality. In the past, of course, the architects, they privilege the beauty. Nowadays, with the technology, we can say that we can have a high level of beauty and a high level of function. With technology and with the improvement of our knowledge, we can get a point where beauty and functionality, they can work together. That's my point. But I understand that beauty is a main reason to live. Even if you have to do 10 kilometers by walking to get the beautiful place, you go to see the beautiful place because it's not so functional, but it's very beautiful.
Now that you have mentioned this, according to you, as a profession, as an architect, what would be your responsibility towards this profession?
Well, I don't feel so much responsibilities for the people. I feel responsibilities for myself. Only I try to don't downgrade so much my level. It means in my project, I want to keep a minimum standard. That is my responsibility, to give and to leave at the people something that is in a standard of aesthetic high level. That's my responsibility. At the moment, I don't feel any responsibility for humanity or for people, just for myself to watch a project that I did maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago and don't say, wow, so ugly. No, I would like to see a project that I did 10 years ago and say, wow, not bad, still good.
Since you mentioned about your project 10 years back, so I would like to know if you have, or would you like to brief us or give us a little insight about one of your favorite projects that you have done till date, something that you would really like to share with us?
Well, I did some project that I really still like, but generally my thinking is the best project should come, you know, has to come. And I hope to do in the future better project that I did in the past. But I have some project I'm particularly proud, some hotel in Singapore or some houses, some interior. Yes, some touches, maybe some details that I see in interior still, maybe going to visit this house of friends, that I become friends, I say, wow, this detail is amazing, very nice. That is what I like, but I hope the next one will be much, much better. That's my favorite one, should be.
Absolutely. So, as an architect, when you are designing a project, especially for interiors, you have to keep a lot of things in mind, especially when it comes to finishes and the products. So, given the time right now, what do you think is the way forward to for the approach of sourcing of interior designing products?
Well, nowadays is a matter of culture and knowledge. Sourcing of interior designer products is very easy. It's only a matter of budget and consistency. But my feeling that in the future we will have a market, a global market, with will be done by local manufacturer, local carpenter, and some details like loose furniture or finishings that could come from some area like Italy, for example, that is one of the major producer of furniture and furnishings and finishes like stones, ceramic tiles, furniture, wallpaper, and so meaning is will be a mixed match of these two things. Something local for the hardworking and something imported from Europe, from Italy, from France, from Belgium. But the sourcing nowadays is so easy. It's very easy. Only through the fair, but only through the website. It's only a matter how you could match this sourcing. That is very difficult, because the problem that nowadays think the people is so easy sourcing. Yeah, sourcing is easy, but matching is very difficult, because to match you need knowledge, to match colors, to match fabrics, to match hard and soft. You need culture. If you don't have, it's difficult to match, and if you match, become not so interesting, not so nice. So sometimes, generally, people underestimate this quality and this culture. Overall, in the young countries, this is not so understandable, but is the most important part of the business, that is coming from experience, knowledge, and background. Background is done by academic culture, and also background when you grow, where you grow up. Because I always say to my people, if you walk in the streets of Paris and if you walk on the street in the street of Milano, it's very different than walk in the street of Beijing. I don't want to underestimate Beijing, but the feeling, the environment that you have in a European city, every step you do is totally different than every step you do in a modern new city. And this make a big difference, a big difference.
I agree with you on this. So I would like to tell you, like in Arcadia, we are trying to do something new. We have launched a global platform where we already have around 550 brands across the globe, including India, Italy, Spain, France. And we have around 55,000 products already listed with us. So I just want to ask your views on this. Like, what do you think that we are doing this thing? What is your feedback from your end?
Well, feedback is absolutely positive, in sense the future will be done by this kind of platform. In India, in Europe, in China, in the US, this kind of platform will allow to people to know much more how to make own residence more charming, beautiful, cozy, and so and so. But with the support of a professionist. And professionist is an architect or interior designer. Of course, sometimes is a cost and some clients cannot afford, but is a very important part of the business. But this kind of platform are the future for our business.
Thank you, Marco, very much for your inputs and your insights. We were glad to have you today for the discussion. Hope to see you soon in India.
Well, thanks a lot, and hello to everybody that watching this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.